Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Tutor named Fran. I'm Fran and this video is about... Don't forget at the end of the video to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So let's get started. Say you're given a quadratic such as y equals x squared plus 4x plus 7. And we want to complete the square here. There's two methods I'm going to show you to complete the square. The first method is a more geometric method. So we're going to start by drawing a box. Okay, and it's actually a square, and this is why it's called completing the square. And we're going to draw a box like this. And what's going to happen is the first term we're going to write in the first box. The second term we're going to take and split in half, so half of 4x, that would be 2x, and we're going to put those halves in those two diagonal boxes there. Now what we're going to say is, okay, what times what gives me x squared? Well, x times x. Now x times what, right, gives me 2x? Well, positive 2. And same thing on the bottom. X times what gives me 2x? Well, positive 2. And so, to figure out this last box here, we're going to take this positive 2 times positive 2, and we're going to get 4. So now, if we look at this as area, the area is x plus 2 times x plus 2. And we can multiply or FOIL, but we also know that the area of this box should be the same as the area of these four smaller boxes within. So we're going to have x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4. Those are equivalent. And so now, if I simplify, so I'm going to have x squared plus, I'm going to put these together, so that's 4x plus 4. And I'm going to write this as a shorthand, so I'm going to write this as x plus 2 to the second power, because that means I have two factors of x plus 2. And now I know what number I need. So it looks like I need a positive 4, but I have a positive 7. So over here we can say y equals x squared plus 4x plus 7, but we know we need to add 4, so we're going to add 4 to this side. But if we add 4 to one side, then we have to add 4 to the other side as well, because we need to make sure we're keeping both sides balanced. So what we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So then I'm left with y plus 4 equals x squared plus 4x. Now I don't want to add these two, right, because we just did all this work over here to figure out what this number was. And so I'm just going to move the number. So it's going to be plus 4 plus 7. And now I see something that I recognize. Okay, this guy right here, I know that I can write it as x plus 2 squared. So I'm going to take that. So I have y plus 4 equals x plus 2 squared plus 7. And depending on what form you want it in, let's say you wanted vertex form, then I would subtract the 4 over on both sides, and then I would have y equals x plus 2 to the second power plus 3. And there you have how to complete the square. Now again, this is using a more geometric method, a more visual method. The second method that I'm going to go over is the algebraic method. Let's take the same quadratic, so y equals x squared plus 4x plus 7. Okay, this is the second method. This is the algebraic method. So the second method consists of this. You want it to be in standard form for quadratic, so that's y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. The first thing you want to do is you want to recognize what b is equal to in this case. In this case, b is equal to 4. After you recognize b, you want to take 1/2 and multiply it times b. Cut b in half, b over 2, right? Those are all the same thing. So you're going to get positive 2. And then the very last thing that you want to do is 1/2 b squared. So whatever you got right now, which is 2, you want to square that, and that's going to be 4. Okay, and these 3 points here are really important, and we're going to be using those. So the first thing that we're going to do when completing the square is we're going to say, okay, y equals x squared plus 4x plus 7. And now we're going to take this term that we got here, and we're going to add that to both sides of the equation. Okay, then my next step, I'm going to rewrite this. So I have y plus 4 equals x squared plus 4x. Again, I don't want to add these, right, because I did all that work to find that specific term that I need, right? So plus 4 plus 7. And now, for my next step, I know that this here is going to be a polynomial that I can factor, because I know that my goal is trying to get this trinomial here, right? It's a 3-term polynomial, to look something like this, right? X plus or minus something squared, right? And then I have this plus 7 on the outside. Well, it turns out that this value that goes here is always whatever this guy is right here. And in this case, we actually have positive 2, right? So this is going to be plus 2. Okay, and then again, depending on what form you want your answer in, maybe you want vertex form, so then I would just subtract the 4, right? What you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So then you have y equals x plus 2 to the second power plus 3. Okay, so either way, regardless of which method you use, you get the same thing. I think this is a preferred method. It's a little bit quicker, but some people really like this method here because it gives you a nice visual and you have the box. Some of you are taught to FOIL and multiply that way, so you're more familiar with this form. So that's also something to consider. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and remember, like, comment, share, and subscribe.